Is it possible to write your own attention-grabbing website words? Well, by the end of this video, you will know the answer. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ashlyn Carter. I am a conversion copywriter for creative entrepreneurs just like you. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and I would invite you to hang out over here for a little while. Welcome to the 69th episode on my channel where I help creative entrepreneurs like you sell more with your words so you can work from a place of more rest and less hustle. So look down below and give this video a like if you have never ever worked with a copywriter before. Maybe you're new to business or you're at a place where you're still DIYing a lot of it, and that's totally okay. But pro tip right off the bat, even some of the most successful clients that I have worked with hold copywriting very, very close to their chest. It seems like it's one of the last things that they're ready to outsource. I've helped thousands of creatives clarify their message and write their own website words, including Crystal, a relationship coach that just launched the most beautiful website designed by my friends Davey and Krista, and Amy, a personal chef based in the Tahoe area. My friend Angela designed her site. We helped her out on the copy. It was a match made in heaven. I'm so very proud of both of them and excited to see their businesses grow even more. But before I started teaching copywriting or even had the system that I teach to creatives now, I didn't even know what copywriting was. I worked in corporate marketing for a full service communications agency, and I just knew that I had to write words that actually made an action happen. I didn't know copywriting in and of itself was like a job. So if you didn't either, you're in good company. But here's the thing, no one is better equipped or knows your product and service, knows your target market, knows your clients and your customers, and most importantly, knows your story quite like you do. And if you can't tell me as the CEO of your creative business why you do what you do, the way you do it different or even better than your competition, then we have a problem. You really need to be able to tell me that unique selling proposition. My students know I call it your onlyness factor, and we've got to figure that out. And that, friend, is what I'm on mission to help you do. So do not start trying to write your website words without doing these 3 things. Number 1, dive in like a detective. What do I mean by that? So when I first started writing both my own business website and writing for clients' websites in 2016, I just did what I had learned from writing copy for brands like Delta Airlines at delta.com. I matched the voice of the client, or my own voice when I was working on my website, with the message that needed to be told. I didn't spend any time researching or really putting my ear to the ground and focusing and listening intently on how they said certain things that they needed to hear from me. In my programs, I call this a client voice hacking phase, but it is so very important. In fact, I want you to start thinking that this is where you're going to spend the bulk of your time when you do DIY your own website words. So what does that plan look like for you? Well, don't be afraid to spend time here. I would spend way more than a day. Go ahead and let yourself spend a week. I promise that if you lay this foundation really well, the rest of your copy will sing. Number 2, step away from the website platform. Yep, close out WordPress, Showit, Squarespace, whatever you're using to host and have your beautiful website design up and on the internet. Close it out. Here's the thing. Copy dictates design and not the other way around. Never the other way around. You're going to be able to get more clear and focused words and messaging if you write in another tool where you're just being able to focus on the copy itself. This would be a tool like Google Docs, for example. This is also how you're going to do your very best editing and revision process while you go back and you look at these words before you install them into your website. Promise you it's easier to catch errors, grammatical and otherwise, when you're able to look at them inside a concentrated document. I have made this mistake myself and tried to install really quickly because I wanted to get a website up. And then the whole process of combing through and looking for errors is not pretty. So yes, even now at my level of business, I would never dream of opening up Showit and going to a section of the body copy, backspacing it, and trying to type out what I'm thinking there. I'm just not gonna do that. So even if you don't know exactly what pages you want to write or what the layout within each page, the wireframe, is going to look like, start with the message and take it outside of that website platform. This is so very important. I'm gonna take a minute before we dive into the 3rd tip and tell me below, what is your favorite platform to write in? I know you're writing blogs and Instagram captions and website copy and all the things for your own business, so let me know. Are you an Evernote girl? Do you like Google Docs? Do you use something like Scrivener? I know some people just like the Notes app or Pages or Word. Number 3, know that copy is a science more than it is an art, aka be a little okay with ugly. Someone recently wrote into my inbox, "Hi out there, Stephanie," and was asking me some questions about conversion-focused website design. I told her that I think one of my biggest soapboxes with website designers, particularly in the creative space, is that sometimes conversion dies on the hill of pretty. If you go back and nerd out like I do over long-form sales letters by old, dearly departed copywriters, you will see a trend. Many of them lean towards the side of not exactly that visually appealing. They focus so much on the message. But my audience, and likely your audience as well, since you're here, needs pretty. They need that beautiful user experience, or they need those dreamy images to feel like they can actually trust you. That's a good thing. Let me give you a practical example of this. As beautiful as your website may be, I can pretty much with almost complete assurance tell you that you've got some paragraphs on there that are entirely too thick and juicy. Maybe even not just on your website, but also in your email newsletters you're sending out. This is a super simple way to start optimizing your copy. Please, please, oh please break them up. They do not have to be complete 4-sentence paragraphs or whatever it is that you learned in school. In fact, challenge yourself. Have a sentence that stands alone, that isn't in a paragraph at all. And if you're struggling with this, mentally replace that old high school English teacher voice that's in the back of your head with my voice and the new voice telling you that you are allowed to break this up. If you want to get serious about finishing your website words and being the best darn DIY copywriter your business has ever seen, that's exactly what I teach thousands of creatives to do. Make sure you click up in the cards above or down in the description box below for my workshop, Separate Yourself from the Pack, How to Write Your Website Words. I dive into actionable tips, and spoiler alert, I'm pretty much allergic to fluff, so I can guarantee you I'm going to get straight to the point in this workshop. If you have found this valuable today, give it a like and hit subscribe, and I will see you either in the next video or in that masterclass.